collection of so many temples.
Don't strain for collect. Then spiritual progress will be hampered.
Don't strain for collecting, then spiritual progress will be hampered. That's a fact.
It seems that the temple could be completed within 7 years without straining.
That is right.
Then we can have it completed by the 500th year anniversary of Lord Chaitanya,
Yeah.
which
Very
is in
nice.
8 years.
Great. That is.
And the architect at Mayapur, he said that the temple that's inside the big temple, that could be opened up to the public within 3 years by having just some type of false ceiling and then the upper stories, work can go on. That means within 3 years, people could start visiting the temple and using it, which would also be a big inspiration to the public. And then the upstairs and complete outside would be completed.
Good like that. That is very good idea. And different name you can purchase.
Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust.
Each of the, like Goshala, handloom, these can be separately formed into societies, which would be easier for bookkeeping and management anyway. And each of those society can purchase the land on which their handloom or Goshala, whatever it is, they can purchase that land in that name.
Yeah.
Krishi Goraksha Bhumi Trust.
Mr. Chaudhary tried, but now he's been transferred from the development commissioner. Now he's the transport commissioner. So now all he can do is give us he gives us tax-free vehicles, but he can't give us the landing.
That's true.
Yeah, our vehicles in Bengal, we don't pay any road tax. He's a transport commissioner. But now he's no longer development commissioner. And if the government gives us some land on acquisition, we'll take. But I don't think we'll give a big amount. Neither we should wait for them.
No, that's also utopian.
When they see we drink something, they automatically want to offer it.
And that bridge is a good idea, pontoon bridge.
Because so many tourists are coming, the local MLA, he told me, now there's thousands and thousands of people coming. This last weekend, at any time you could see hundreds of people walking around the road to take darshan. So now the local MLA wants to build some guest house on his own, the government, where they're going to serve meat and other things. So that's why our temple, we want to get in our guest house all straightened up. If we have a restaurant, then we'll be able to take all the tourist traffic.
So why don't you have a restaurant?
And that was supposed to be done this year, but then the Bombay took all the fun. Prabhupada sanctioned it already last year. It's a good idea. But Mayapur is becoming very popular. This is all due to your efforts to the Prabhupada. Simply due to your efforts, Mayapur and Navadip is becoming so much more famous and popular. We want to make the Mayapur temple so beautiful and make the city so nice that not only the Queen of England and the President of the United States, but even the Russian and Chinese leaders, they'll all have to come to see this. They can't avoid. So that pleased Bhaktivedanta Thakur. If all the leaders, all these presidents and kings would come and visit the temple at Mayapur, that would please Bhaktivedanta Thakur.
Seems like your activities, Srila Prabhupada, are so much pleasing to the previous acharyas.
This is the secret you are showing, working towards satisfying the desires of the previous acharyas.
Tadeva Jagannathri
Tadeva Jagannath.
Bhakti Sanagavasi.
We are all bhaktas to live with you, to shine and lotus feet of that.
You already become famous as spiritual United Nations.
You have given the secret for success.
Possible make some improvement in Bhaktivedanta Thakur Bhakta.
I was just thinking about that, Srila Prabhupada.
That is repair it Nicely. Without any claim of
From the Bhaktivedanta Charity Trust.
This Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust will be very popular, Srila Prabhupada.
no.
Amongst the Vaishnavas.
Everyone will glorify your name. It'll be a great pleasure to give them funds from this trust.
If sometime in the future we can, if they are ever agreeable, if we can take the seva of that birthplace, then we should do so.
Yeah.
In Malda district at Ramkeli, where Lord Chaitanya first met with Rupa and Sanatan, there is a temple of Radha Krishna that that Rupa and Sanatan Goswami used to worship those deities. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, Prabhupada has put a lotus feet of Mahaprabhu there. So we've gone there on 2 occasions for preaching. And some local people came and said they would like us to take some, to either take over management or somehow be connected with that, because they felt that it required preaching there. And they're very favorable at that time. When you say Gaur Mandal Bhumi, that means any of the Leela places of Lord Chaitanya.
Not just Navadvip.
No. Not in Bengal.
What about in Jagannath Puri?
That is that is Krishna.
It is your great mercy, Srila Prabhupada, that you're allowing us to do a little helping to you in your service to the previous acharyas. We are completely fallen without any spiritual credit, but still you're allowing us to help you in a little way.
Without your intervention, we would have no hope.
Where is Jaipataka's mother?
Where's Jaipataka's mother?
She's in California. Chitsukananda Prabhu said that you said you saw her in Los Angeles. She's coming to the temple.
Was it?
My mother?
Yes.
What is she doing?
She's coming, there's another lady, Mrs. Forcash. And she's been working with Mrs. Forcash. And she's been attending the programs and also organizing for good publicity for the movement all over America. And she's been attending any major functions that we do. Like we had a major function with all the important people of Los Angeles, movie stars, directors, politicians. And so she also assisted, and she was preaching, speaking about Krishna consciousness.
She's becoming a devotee.
Yeah, very much.
Is also that connected with the Parents for Krishna? That's the one parents group. Parents for Krishna.
Parents for Krishna, yes. She assists in that Parents for Krishna group.
That is your magic touch, Srila Prabhupada. Anyone who contacts you becomes a devotee. You're just like the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whoever saw them...
You're a really good lady. Otherwise, how you can have such a nice son?
Yeah.
I asked her if she had met you, Prabhupada. I asked Jaipataka's mother if she had met you. She said,
In part for that lady. All your mother there are.
I remember some parents used to come to Prabhupada in Los Angeles while we were sitting in the garden in the evening. Just once in a while, some parents would come and appreciate you so much that you have trained their sons and daughters to become a human being.
Tenant?
The parents
Oh.
used to come in Los Angeles in the evening while we were sitting in the garden
Which one?
In Los Angeles?
in Los Angeles.
Oh.
One day you'll be celebrated for saving the whole world, Srila Prabhupada.
Every day, Srila Prabhupada, I receive so many letters praising your divine grace, how you have saved so many fallen souls.
Even this Kaviraj, he said that he has 7 patients in Calcutta who are about to die. But he said they're all materialists, so if they live or die, it doesn't matter much. So he said if Prabhupada stays on the planet, then so many hundreds, thousands, countless living entities will get devotional service, get self-liberation, get elevated. That's why he's dropped those patients to come here. You're the most important. You're the pure devotee.
It's amazing to think, Srila Prabhupada, that 10 years ago, you were living in Radha Damodar temple and just conceiving all of this. Now Krishna has arranged everything. You were sitting alone, having to draw your own water, doing your own typing, everything you had to do yourself. And now gradually the whole world is coming to assist you in serving Krishna. It is most wonderful.
But still we are not able to serve properly. You have to show us continuously. We are so unfortunate we are not able to serve you properly.
Everyone is knowing of your glories, Srila Prabhupada.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is knowing of your glories. I was coming in a truck from the airport in San Francisco, and one policeman pulled me over. And he ran an investigation, and then he came back and said, I know this isn't right, but do you have any books by Prabhupada? So he pulled me over just to get one of your books. And later on I saw him, and he and his friend, he was a sergeant, and they were reading your book at a liquor store.
The policeman pulled him over. He was in a car, Srila Prabhupada. He thought he was going to be arrested, but the policeman said, I'm pulling you over to ask for one of Prabhupada's books.
Vivo.
He said that he used to go through the airports all the time and get your books, but he hadn't been through the airport in so long he was feeling the separation. So he had to pull us over because he saw we were devotees so that he could ask for some of your books.
In Los Angeles at the Spiritual Sky Incense Company, there are so many Karmi workers also at system of Spiritual Sky business. So actually they were just coming to work and they without any change of heart. But we started, the receptionist started giving perfect answers to the people who work there. And this one man who's a theologian who works there in the bookkeeping department read your book, and he says, this man speaks perfectly. He says he has no fault. Everything he says is completely right, perfect. So now they're coming to the temple now because they've read your book. Otherwise they didn't want to associate, but now they read this book, perfect question, perfect answers, and they're coming to the temple. They take prasad, they become very submissive, all the workers.
Now that your books are being printed in Hindi, in Calcutta, one of our life members, Mr. Tulsan, he got your Hindi Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he's began reading. And now he's said his whole life is transformed. He said that never he found anywhere that the knowledge was presented so simply and so clearly. All the pundits he could never understand. So now he's become so enthusiastic. He's purchasing 4 rooms in Mayapur.
Wow.
2 for himself, and he's making 2 relatives purchase. And every month he comes out with his family, with the whole family. Instead of going to other recreation, he said, we'll go to the temple. And he brings big basket of fruit, and he comes out and they stay for the weekend, and they all attend Mangal Arti.
Oh, which side? No?
New building or the old one?
What did I say?
He's going to purchase, I think, 2 rooms in the old building and then maybe 2 rooms in the new building. He'll have his friends purchase.
They like the new building also?
Yes.
I think we'll have to build more buildings soon, Srila Prabhupada.
Another long building.
Prabhupada was saying that Tirtha Maharaj's brother says that our gate alone is worth all the other temples.
Yeah.
The red gate alone. When I told Srila Prabhupada that people say that our new building is like worth, a whole train, Prabhupada said a double train.
When one of the communist papers is writing a critical report about us, then they said that they even have a building that's longer than the writer's building. How they have done this shamed our state building.
The gate is bigger than the governor's gate, and the building is longer than the writer's building. Krishna is first. And when we build that temple, then everyone will simply be silent. That will end all comment.
The greatest land.
They're already sad.
Before I came to India, Prabhupada, I was one Saturday night in Los Angeles about 3 weeks ago. We had a big Mahasankirtan, big chanting party. because President Carter was coming to Los Angeles. So we got there about 30 minutes before he was coming. And we went with about 125 devotees from New Dwarka. We went chanting through the street right in front of his hotel room. So he came in from the back way, but it was known to us that he heard the chanting. And all the main people from the government saw this chanting, Hare Krishna. We were chanting very nicely, dancing in the street. And everyone was protesting something different, but we were just happy and joyful. And everyone could see that this is positive. This is the best thing. Everyone is griping about something. But we are all happy. We have no complaints. So we think that President Carter heard this kirtan party.
We're supposed to come to India this month.
Yes.
We were noticing now the headline in America in the Newsweek or some magazine was that America is going right. Now people are protesting against abortion. They're demanding that leaders be moralistic. It is a whole trend now. And so we see that just because your divine grace has begun book distribution and preaching in the West, in America, that now the people, they're becoming more, good qualities of goodness are automatically coming about just because of your preaching.
At one big fair, Prabhupada, we were distributing your books, and after the fair was over, so many people were coming out, so we surrounded the truck with stacks of books and passing them out. And pretty soon after all the books were gone, the people started rocking the truck. They were surrounding it, asking for one of your books. They were demanding that they have one of your books.
The Kobi-Raj is coming.
जी महाराज प्रणाम
हाँ,
बोलिए हैं
पेशाब जो होता है ना,
हाँ
एक साथ में नहीं होता है।
थोड़ा थोड़ा होता है
हाँ,
कुछ तकलीफ भी है क्या पेशाब में होने में
कुछ है
कुछ है कुछ जलन की माफी रह गया
नहीं, निकलने में
अच्छा निकलने में तकलीफ होती कल वो कितना चारों सौ में था साफ ताफ कितना हुआ
5 teachers.
how much did you urine yesterday
Yesterday was 475.
आज थोड़ा आरक बढ़ाना पड़ेगा
One.
आरक तो कल तो 2 दफा दिए थे।
नहीं चार एक बोतल में लाया हूँ कलकत्ता से भी
अच्छा ठीक है
वो आरक ये दोनों मिक्स करके भेजिए
अच्छा
इनको कुछ तकलीफ होती है पेशाब होने
अच्छा
उसको
1,000 was liquid was taken in. 1
Yeah, 1,000
1 kilo.
हाँ 1 किलो पिए
बहुत ठीक
अभी एक दवाई दे लाया है
अच्छा सुबह दे दिया था दवाई
नहीं अभी देना देगा
सुबह 6 बजे 7 बजे दे दीजिएगा दवाई टाइम से टाइम एकदम कि महाराज कल वो खाया तो आज कुछ रुचि हुआ क्या थोड़ा थोड़ा रुचि कीजिए थोड़ा लीला समाप्त कीजिए जो अच्छा किशमिश का इच्छा हो किशमिश ले सकते हैं छोटा किशमिश होता है ना इसकी इच्छा होती है ले लीजिए और क्या आप अपनी इच्छा बताइए जो अंदर से इच्छा हो तो वही चीज लेना अब शरीर में थोड़ा ताकत करने का आवश्यकता है
इच्छा तो होती है
हाँ
जब मुंह का सामने ले आता है
तब वो खाया नहीं जाता है थोड़ा सा जी आँख खोलने में तकलीफ होती है कुछ नहीं
नहीं,
ये रोशनी लगती होगी
We washed his eyes with rose.
एक बात है आज कुछ टेंथ है पल्स ठीक है
Prabhupada said he felt a little.
अरे यूरिन का हिसाब इनका कर देते हैं बाकी और ठीक है ये जो दवाई कल दिया है इसे मैं समझता हूँ 4-5 रोज में परिक्रमा के लायक हो जाए
Good.
So that the medicine that he started administering in 4-5 days, Prabhupada will be fit enough to go into parikrama.
Does that sound all right, Srila Prabhupada?
ये महाराज कभी तो कमजोर हो जाते हैं कभी ताकत हो ये बात क्या हमको समझाइए तो जरूर आप
ये सब आप ही थे।
मेरी क्या कृपा है मैं तो एक निमित्त हूँ मेरा क्या है आज जैसा नौज रहेगा तो बहुत जल्दी स्ट्रेंथ आएगा आप में अच्छा कुछ नींद इधर में ज्यादा आती है क्या
हाँ,
बहुत ठीक है
पहले से तो ज्यादा होते हैं अभी
ये अरक में थोड़ा वो एक खुराशानी अजवाइन
अच्छा
और कुछ लेती है
Oh, अच्छा.
Prabhupada slept the whole night soundly.
Yeah.
बहुत ठीक.
क्योंकि आप जाने को आप कभी वो ये दिन नहीं पड़ा वो जटामान से आपको
हाँ,
देखा
दरकार
गया
नहीं
था.
उसका. वो जटामानसी तो से तो 6 घंटे तक एकदम साउंड स्लीप होती है.
अच्छा.
उसका आवश्यकता नहीं, नींद ठीक होता है.
हाँ. नहीं कोई जरूरत.
अच्छा, पेट में जो इधर भारीपन हो है बिल्कुल नहीं, एकदम करेक्ट, कुछ भी नहीं, पेट एकदम क्लियर. अब इनको थोड़ा थोड़ा इनसे प्रार्थना करके खाने के लिए, जैसे गेहूं का दलिया नहीं ले सकते हैं क्या, या भात थोड़ा थोड़ा.
भात तो ऐसे खाते नहीं है.
भात वैसे खाते नहीं है, तो गेहूं का दलिया कभी खाया महाराज आपने? थूली नहीं.
कोई सारी चीज जाने से
आप भी तो कल बोल रहे थे कि 4-5 दिन के लिए सॉलिड बन.
तो वो तो गेहूं का दलिया जो है ना, वो तो लिक्विड ही है,
ही जैसा है. अच्छा.
लिक्विड है वो.
हाँ.
उसको गेहूं जो है ना,
हाँ.
उसको महीन कर लेंगे.
ओ अच्छा.
महीन करके जैसे बार्ली की माफी
हाँ,
की,
हाँ.
और उसको पानी में बॉईल कीजिए. तो जैसे खिचड़ी होती है ना, खिचड़ी उसकी माफी वो नहीं मैं बता दूंगा, नहीं हो तो थोड़ा सो कर लीजिए. वो थोड़ा 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 थोड़ा. अब इनका जो है ना, अभी खाली अस्थि, जैसे दधीची ऋषि का अस्थि था ना, वैसे इन्होंने हड्डी हड्डी से रख लिया है. तो धीरे 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 ब्लड जो बढ़ने का स्थिति है, ब्लड बढ़ने के बाद में फिर मांस बढ़ेगा. मांस के बाद मेद, मज्जा, अस्थि, शुक्र, ये धीरे धीरे बढ़ते हैं. तो ये थोड़ा थोड़ा जब तक नहीं आएगा ना, तो जब तक स्ट्रेंथ नहीं आया, बैठ नहीं सकते हैं, बैठने में कमजोरी होगी. अच्छा, वो भगत जी आए नहीं आए अभी? कितने बजे आएंगे?
अभी तो नहीं आए हैं.
2 नंबर का जो मेडिसिन है, वो 2 चम्मच पुनर्नवा जड़ रस और 2 चम्मच मकोई.
अच्छा.
उसे सोजन के लिए.
हाँ.
और ये जो पेशाब में कुछ जो ट्रबल होता है,
मकई का की जड़ हो
ऊपर दिखाया था ना.
हाँ, मकई का जड़, पत्ता. भगत जी कुछ जड़ भेजे हैं, बल्कि वो पुनर्नवा भी नहीं है, और तो पुनर्नवा नहीं.
जड़ भेजे हैं?
हाँ.
तो पहले आप मंगाया था ना, उसी से मंगा ले.
मैं तो वैसे तो पुनर्नवा तो मंगाया है मेरा पास थोड़ा, बल्कि जड़ तो छोटा छोटा होता है.
हाँ, जड़ होता है ना. नहीं, मोटा है क्या वो?
नहीं, वो जो भगत जी जो भेजे बहुत मोटा है.
मैं देख लूंगा क्या है. अच्छा, ऑयल वो रात को लगाते हैं? ऑयल
Yes.
हाँ, बहुत है. इनको उठा के रखेंगे तो सर्दी नहीं हो जाए, कमजोर है ना. कमजोर है. ये पुनर्नवा का जड़ है.
पुनर्नवा है.
बहुत ठीक है. इतना मोटा हो तो बहुत ही बढ़िया. उनसे बोलो इतना जो है ना, और ये रखिए थोड़ा सा मकोई कूट करके.
अच्छा.
2 चम्मच रस लेता है, ये दड़ एकदम ठीक है.
तो 2 चम्मच इसका रस और 2 चम्मच मकई का रस मिला के.
बीटर नहीं नहीं, पुनर्नवा.
पुनर्नवा
ये संस्कृत का शब्द है, पुनर्नवा. अच्छा.
उसका तो साग भी बनता है ना.
इसका पत्ती का साग बनता है. पुनर्नवा.
पुनर्नवा. प्रभुपाद, ये तो औषधि इस्लाम देवा है. प्रभुपाद हाथ में
उसी में मिला के दे दीजिए. नहीं, काढ़े जो है ना, काढ़े में मिला के दे दीजिए. पानी लेंगे. अदर इंसान वो एक शीशी पड़ा है, वहां से वो ले आएंगे. बड़ा शीशी ऊपर पड़ा है, वृक्ष संजीवन अर्क.
तो जल दे कुछ प्रभुपाद.
टट्टी कब कल हुआ था?
कल 65 ग्राम 2 दफा में हुआ था.
कल 2 दफे हुआ था, सुबह शाम दोनों.
एक बार तो हुआ था 9:30.
हाँ.
कल 11
अच्छा.
और दूसरी दफा हुआ था 2:30.
वो बताओ. लेकिन ऐसे खुला हुआ था खुला.
मैं तो नहीं था, तो अब पूछने में was the stool, how was the stool last night, yesterday? It's in there. No, how was the color consistency? Yeah.
One thing you can say, Prabhupada was saying that there's a little, Prabhupada, you said that there was a little trouble for passing urine today?
He said it's coming in installments.
Is it painful or anything, Srila Prabhupada?
About 5 pain.
You can tell Shastriji that Prabhupada was saying that there, for urine, there's a little difficulty, pain.
In the morning. वो सुबह पेशाब करने को थोड़ा तकलीफ हो रहा था.
उसका आदि बड़ा
पेन होता था।
इतना तो जड़ तो सुबह काढ़े में डाल दीजिए।
अच्छा।
रोज जो काढ़ा बनेगा ना, उसमें हरा जड़ का, वो भगत जी से बोल दीजिए ऐसा जड़ बहुत बढ़िया जड़,
अच्छा,
तो सुबह उसमें डाल देंगे।
इतना दे दूंगा।
यूं।
अच्छा।
और अरक का क्वांटिटी बढ़ा दीजिए, पेशाब का तकलीफ सही।
ठीक है। 1 liter. Some water, probably.
Hmm.
What is it saying? So,
The arak is that there's a distilled medicine.
चौक पूछिएगा, चौक
ऐसे पीते।
चौक पूछिएगा।
We have to increase the quantity of that arak.
That's for the kidney.
अच्छा, यूरिन रख लिया है? टेस्ट किया?
Kept the urine last time.
नहीं रखा।
Next one will keep. There'll be more. Prabhupada, you want to try for passing urine?
Hmm?
You want to try passing urine?
Immediate?
No, when
Srila Prabhupada, do you want to rest now? We've been talking for a long time. Should I rest? We can, I think, yeah. You want kirtan or not now, Srila Prabhupada?
Soft.
Soft kirtan. Shastriji, if you close curtain.
that's that.